I was at the time an artist with other artists that don't have enough money to rent a place because it's so expensive in Paris to have a place, that we had started breaking in buildings in a movement that is called le mouvement des squats d'artistes, which is the art squatting movement. We tried to break in, and it was very hard because this building had been squatted before, and so they had built walls inside. But after 3 weeks of coming in by the rear window at night at 2 in the morning, we succeeded in breaking the walls and closing the doors and putting our own lock. So that was the start.
Why are you following me?
Okay, the story of this room is my atelier, my workshop. This is the entrance of the Musée Igor Balut. Igor Balut is a name that we found like random in a phone book, Hungarian phone book, and then we burned it because we wanted to name the museum, our place, like Unknown Artist Place, the Unknown Artist Museum, and so it's called Musée Igor Balut. And then we've been trying to invent a kind of fictionary identity of this guy that we don't know and that we'll never know. Mm-hmm. With all kinds of objects that we have found in the streets of Paris. Because in the streets of Paris, just like in any other streets of big cities in the world, you find garbage. And that's what we wanted the materia to be, garbage. We wanted to be surrounded by this. This one, I can show you this one maybe. Mm-hmm. So this is a portrait of a lady that says, God, please give me a husband that has a heart on. This is bad. This is really bad. Bad taste. I love bad taste. I've been collecting little paintings, like old paintings in the free market. And on these paintings, I write things like really pushy. With words that are with F words and all kinds of words, just to struck the mind, so that the visitor, when he comes in my atelier, he's like, wow, why is this guy so angry? Why is this guy so loud? What's wrong with him? This is a feather, you see, and he asked her, my feather, do you want it in the ass? This is bad taste. This is really bad taste. Horrible.
Do you aim to offend in your work?
It's a strategy. Mm-hmm. It's a strategy. It's a strategy that reflects, in fact, the strategy that you see in the world by politicians, sometimes by commercials, by different things. So it's a kind of a reflection. I don't really want to offend directly. It's more like I'm playing something, a game with you, and you have to understand that there are reasons behind. And now I'll put it on my Facebook page, and so it's not only me that finds the sentences; it's the internets. Like the people on my Facebook, they propose. Mm-hmm. They say, okay, you could write this or that because they like it. Mm-hmm. In fact, they like to offend.
And they let you take the blame for it.
That's it. All these metro tickets, they are brought by the visitors. And the visitors, they want to leave a trace of their passage here. And so they write a little something on the tickets, and then they put the tickets. And now there are hundreds of thousands of tickets. So I don't want to remove them. And it's participation of the visitors, which I like to, because I like to have a place where you don't know who did what. Mm-hmm. Where you don't have only one author, but anyone can be an artist somehow. We have been trying to desacralize art, to be able to meet the artist, to see in what conditions, and sometimes mostly in what poor conditions he lives, makes it even closer. And I think we should get closer to the real conditions of art, because that's something that is never said. When we speak about art in our world, it's always big numbers, big exhibitions, billionaires, things like this, but the reality of it is totally different. And so this is what I want to insist on. There should be more places like this because the people, they love, in fact, to see the reality of it and not only a kind of a fiction about it. To have something where art and life are so close together you cannot distinguish what is art and what is life, and to have a place where we can do everything. So this was our utopia. Let's see if you can see it just behind. This is, I don't know if you see it here. It's a bomb.
Oh,
But it's not it's a fake bomb, but it looks like a real bomb. I found it in the street, and I put it in the middle of the museums just to say that it's explosive.